Hey, welcome in Average Home Theater. I am Nelson.
Dominic.
And Dominic is here. How was the trip?
Not bad. Not bad. It was a smoother trip.
Oh yeah, last time it was was it bad weather?
Last time I believe it was pretty bad weather, but no, this was a good smooth trip. And I'm back in the Average Home Theater of all places.
Yeah, it's your first time, you said, since we painted it.
Uh-huh.
So it looks a little different.
Looks good.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a movie theater.
Whenever we're finished, I'll give you a demo of what the screen and everything looks like now that it's nice and dark in here.
Nice.
The screen actually, it looks better. It's hard to explain, but once you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I love the setup. It's nice.
But yeah, we just had our Grove meeting, so Dominic and I are belly full of barbecue. It was delicious. And now we get to talk about some movies. And you came up with this idea. How did you come up with this idea?
So I was trying to think of something different.
Yeah.
And I have a tendency, by default, I love franchises. I love things like that. But I'm like, let me get out of my comfort zone a little bit. Let's try to focus in on our favorite films that are not a franchise, don't have a sequel, don't have a prequel, don't have a remake, and see what we can come up with. So,
and I likened that idea, and it was difficult, but then it wasn't. So at first I was kind of panicked because you had said 5, right?
Yeah.
We'll come up with 5 movies. And I was like, man, well, that's going to be hard just to do that. And then I started, as I was going through my movie list, because I have CLZ Movies. It's an app where you keep track of all of your physical media. You just scan the barcode and it.
Okay.
So you can keep track of all the movies. Right. Keeps an inventory. So I was going through that and I was getting more and more. Producer Nick gave me a couple suggestions and I was like, oh yeah, forgot about that. And once I made my list, I was up to 15 is around where I stopped. Now there's many more that can go on this list. And obviously different tastes would dictate what people say.
Right.
And I had 2 rules when I made my list. One, it could not include Shawshank Redemption. Okay. Because I thought that was a no-brainer. Because in my opinion, that's like the greatest movie ever made.
That is a great movie.
And it does not have a sequel. It's not in a franchise. It has no prequel. It's never been remade, and it should never be remade. It stands on its own as one of the greatest movies ever made. So I put that one to the side.
Kind of like you did with Stand By Me, like the best coming of age.
Like I did with Stand By Me, because I felt that was just too easy. Both Stephen King stories.
That is funny.
And neither one of them horror, goes to show you.
Yeah.
His best stuff is not even horror. And then my other rule was I wanted to stay away from comedies, especially kind of slapstick type stuff. Like, okay, Wedding Crashers, right? Wedding Crashers is great. It's hilarious. Not in a franchise, no sequels or anything, but it's a comedy. And it just, or Liar Liar. I love Liar Liar. But that was a good one. It's a comedy, right? Like it just didn't feel like it should be on this list to me. So I do have a comedy on this list, but when I get to it, it's a very smart comedy.
Okay.
And I'll explain when I get to it. So those were kind of my 2 rules that I went by.
Yeah. And like I said, I was trying to make sure that it wasn't a remake, because there's a lot of good ones out there that have remakes, or like, for example, we talked about Total Recall. That would definitely be on my list had it not been for the remake they did a few years ago. So yeah, I tried to stick with that. And I also try to be true to myself, like things I really like, not just something I saw, but would qualify.
Right.
Yeah.
And not necessarily that everybody or is known as great movies, something that we feel is great. Like our, I don't want to say favorites because I don't want to steal from Jamie Ray, but it's just, these are our top movies that we feel they're the best, that don't have sequels, prequels, remakes, not in a franchise, any of that. Just standalone movies that should stand the test of time and be left alone.
Right.
Basically.
I fall back on the word favorite though, because Jamie Ray has trained me not to say top anymore.
I know. I hardly ever say top.
I'm doing really good with just saying favorite. So there you go, Jamie. Thank you.
There's your shout out, but we're going to trample all over it. So, okay. Well, since you are the guest, I will let you go first. What is your number 10?
Well, we want to hit honorables.
Oh, thank you.
Let's hit a couple honorables.
We do have honor. I have 4 honorables.
Okay.
So,
So on my honorables, I have Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Very unique film. If you would add to it, it would not do nothing but water it down.
Right.
I like the various storylines. I like how it's all chopped up, and you got to watch it a few times to get it. I mean, Quentin Tarantino, John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, like Ving Rhames. It's a great movie, and it stands by itself. So I had to include that one. And I also have on here V for Vendetta. That was a cool comic book film. It's
Producer Nick loves that movie.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, Producer Nick. That's a cool comic book film. It stands on its own. V is actually played by Agent Smith from The Matrix. And you know, it's a Hitler type of society, and could be labeled a terrorist, but he's more of a freedom fighter because he lives under such oppression, and he kind of unites the public to fight back against, you know, the big brother. So I wanted to include that. And my last one on my list is really Shawshank. Like I said, Redemption. That was kind of an honorable for me, but I tried to be a little bit more specific with my other ones. So there you go.
Okay. So mine, number 4 is True Lies. I love True Lies.
That crossed my mind.
I have loved it since it came out. Very disappointed in the 4K transfer, but I've already made a video on that, so we won't dwell on it. But True Lies is so fun. Arnold's performance is great. It's one of his better acting performances.
Yeah. I like how he's like a James
Tom
Bond.
Arnold. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Arnold. I mean, it's just a great movie. So if you have never seen True Lies, then there's something wrong with you. The Princess Bride. I love The Princess Bride. It's a comedy, but it's a fantasy story, right? That's being read. So it's one of the most quotable movies ever. I think any nerd that's like my age.
Sure.
I mean, did you watch it growing up?
It was a little bit before me, but I'm familiar with it. It's in my peripheral.
So yeah, The Princess Bride, fantastic movie. Frailty.
Oh,
I love Frailty. Have you seen that?
I haven't, but I've heard a lot about it. That's McConaughey, right?
No. Yes, Matthew McConaughey's in it. Bill Paxton wrote and directed it. It's some of his best work. It is, in my opinion, one of the better horror movies around. Very underrated. Probably one of the most underrated movies that people just don't speak about. But a great movie nonetheless. And then Brightburn. Now, this movie almost made it to my list, but all these others I really enjoy a little bit more than Brightburn. But I had to mention it because it is a great what if Superman was bad movie.
I've heard of that. I haven't seen it.
Oh, you still haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it. Sorry.
Well, thanks for joining us. And,
but I've heard of
you who love Superman has never seen Brightburn.
Okay, it's on the top of the list.
Did Jamie fuss at you for? Because Jamie Ray loves this movie too.
Well, I need to watch it before I go back on his show.
He did it in the coming of age stories.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I need to watch it.
I'm sorry, Jamie. I don't know where I found this guy. So anyway, so now we can start with the list. Now that we got the honorables out the way.
All right.
Out the way. Go ahead. Your number.
Okay.
You go first.
I wanted to start the list off kind of fun. Okay. I went with Dazed and Confused.
Oh, okay.
It's a fun hangout movie. It all takes place on the last day of school. Everybody knows that feeling when you're finally done with school. And, you know, being free, so to speak. And I mean, there's so many actors in here before they hit their prime. You know, Ben Affleck, Parker Posey, McConaughey creating the all right, like that whole thing. They never made a sequel to it or nothing, but it's just
Liv Tyler's in that, huh?
Liv Tyler, yes. Yeah. And it's like a perfect capsule in time. It was made in the 90s, but it's supposed to reflect the 70s. And it's just a feel-good, chill movie, kind of a comfort movie. It's one that I like.
I've only seen it once. My wife made me watch it, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But it's just not one of it. I guess because I didn't watch it when it first came out.
Yeah.
Because I would have been, what? When did it come out? What year?
No, you were, it was mid-90s, so you'd have been like 15.
So I was about 15 or so. My wife is 5 years older than me, so that was like perfect for her, you know, early 20s or whatever. So it didn't quite hit with me. So
I got you.
yeah.
For me, it was McConaughey in it. Like, I know he's cheesy and stuff, but it's
All right,
you can't
all
crack
right,
a
all
smile,
right.
not watching that. So
He says it in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie too. But anyway.
oh, there you go.
So
All right.
anything else? That's all you want to say about it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, my number 10, I just mentioned this with Jamie Ray in our coming of age stories, Road to Perdition.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Excellent movie. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, Tom Hanks performance as Michael Sullivan. He goes on the road with his son because he's being hunted down by the boss's son because of things that happen. And it's just it's so well directed and written. It's not like an action movie or anything like that.
Mhm.
It's a coming of age story is what it is, and a bonding between Michael and his son Michael. And what's his name? Paul Newman.
Yeah, he's the boss, right?
He's the mafia boss, the mob boss, and his son is 007, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig, yeah.
And he kind of messes everything up.
Right.
Yeah.
Early Daniel Craig.
Pretty early, yep.
Yeah.
Because the movie was made in 2003, I think.
Yeah, it was early. I saw it with my dad at the theater. I saw that movie at the theater. That was a fun movie at the theater.
Excellent movie. So yeah, that's my number 10. I can watch it anytime. I don't have to be in a certain mood. If somebody suggests it, let's watch it. I'm all about it.
Dang, that's a good one.
You know?
I like that one.
So
all right.
On back to you, number 9.
Let's do it. Okay. This one, I didn't realize it was a flop because it's one of those ones I just discovered on video. Sphere.
Oh man, I love Sphere.
Okay. I like it a lot too, but apparently it's not like received well. A lot of people don't remember it.
The movie is not nearly as good as the novel. And it was highly anticipated because of Jurassic Park and all of that. And I remember when I read it, my buddy Jonathan let me read it. And I was like, dude, this would make an awesome movie. And like less than a year later, the movie was coming out. And I remember being disappointed because like the first half of the movie is like spot on. But then it just kind of, a lot of the choices they make are not as good as what happens in the novel. And maybe that's kind of what happened. I don't know. But I still enjoy the movie. I love Dustin Hoffman in it.
He was great in it. Samuel Jackson,
Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, him. And the lady is
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone, yes. And I guess why I don't carry a lot of that baggage with that movie is I just discovered it on video, like in the late 90s or early 2000s, whenever that was. And I was like, dang, it's kind of like Alien, where they're in like a tight environment, but they're under the water instead of in space. And it plays on their imagination. And like the theme basically is we're not ready to handle what the sphere would have revealed to us. And I like the ending, like not to give it away, but it's like, whoa, they kind of survived, but some, you know what I mean?
And
like,
I don't remember.
I
don't remember if that's what happened in the novel or not. I just remember there were lots of things in the novel that they changed and it wasn't quite wasn't quite as good. But I don't remember if the ending was the exact same or not.
That's interesting. But yeah, it's like I said, it's one I discovered on video and I've always liked it. Like it was cool and like not a lot of people talk about it. So that's on my list.
Cool. Well, that's a good movie. I really
like it too.
Dustin Hoffman is funny in it. Like he writes the brief. What's the brief called? ULF.
Something like that. Yeah.
Is what it's called. And he said, that's something I wrote for the Bush administration. And he's like, well, that's our Bible. Peter Coyote.
Yeah.
He's like, that's our Bible here. And then later on, Samuel Jackson's like, how did you come up with this team of, for people to meet aliens? He goes, I made it up. It sounded good.
It's so real the way he comes across. And then I like at the end, like he's like, they're in panic mode and he says, I'm an atheist, but flexible.
Oh, yeah. And then he noticed something on the sphere, how it's not reflective.
Yeah.
And he says, I hate to be the only non-scientist to get this guy. Yeah, he's really good in it.
He is good. And that's a fun movie.
Well, my number 9 is not as much fun. It's actually quite a downer. But with everything that's going on right now with AI and stuff, it's like, And that is Ex Machina.
Ooh,
That movie is fantastic. Have you ever seen it?
I need to revisit it. It's
Oh,
yeah, I need to revisit it.
it's so good. Oscar Isaac and the little redhead guy, the other one from Star Wars, I forget his name. He played Hux.
Oh yes, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
In
Yeah,
in the sequel trilogy, which we don't speak of. Yeah, good movie. It's a character study basically on how we would react with artificial intelligence. Like, would it outsmart us? Would it really basically take over? Almost like it's almost explaining, could Terminator 2 happen, or could Terminator happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Because
almost like an updated.
She basically, I mean, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Ex Machina, you might want to fast forward about 10 seconds. But she manipulates him and into getting out. So it's yeah, I don't know. I love it. I think it's great. I think the directing is the guy who directed Civil War and stuff like that, who did it. I forget his name. Alex something. But great movie.
And a little bit ahead of its time, kind of.
Probably about 10 years.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ahead of its time. Who would have known that we'd be where we are right now?
Yeah, no kidding.
Spending all this money on AI to make funny videos.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it always starts. Then later there's yelling.
Then
and
there's
screaming.
yelling and running and screaming and nuclear war.
Okay.
So yes, Ex Machina. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it.
Nice. My next one I have on here is Walk the Line.
Never seen that. I own it on DVD. I've never watched it because I'm not that interested in Johnny Cash.
It's a great. The acting in it is really good. Like Phoenix and Witherspoon, they do a great job acting off each other. It's probably one of my favorite films about like a musician. It kind of made me a Johnny Cash fan because it came out like in the early 2000s, and it made me dive in more into Johnny Cash and like have more of an appreciation. But it's really well done because I mean it kind of goes through his whole life, and then you know the good and the bad, and it kind of sums it all up. And it's really cool, like from when he was doing gospel to like when he got into his later stuff and his ups and his downs with June Carter, and they've kind of left it alone. And he like sung a lot of the songs and all that. So I wanted to include something more like a biopic on here. So it's a fun one. It's worth checking out, I would say.
Yeah, I guess I just need to sum up the courage.
His dad is the T-1000.
Oh, really? Robert Patrick's in
Robert Patrick's in it as Johnny Cash's father.
I did not know that. I love Robert Patrick. Met him once. He was great.
Yeah, I forgot you said. Yeah.
Yep.
But no, that's it.
Cool. Walk the Line. Well, my number 8, you and I both love this movie. We did a video on it, and that is The Prestige.
We have a match. It's on my list too.
Your list too. The Prestige is, I can't say enough about it. It's probably my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. Now, I haven't seen every Christopher Nolan movie. What's the one in space that he
Interstellar.
did? Interstellar. I haven't seen that one, and I hear it's great. And I didn't see Tenet.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tenet either, but obviously I've seen Interstellar.
But anyway, I think that The Prestige is some of his best work, if not his best, from what I've seen. I love the Dark Knight trilogy and all of that, but this is just, and Christian Bale is much better in this than he is in the Dark Knight trilogy. And he's great.
Yeah.
But he
has more nuance.
Yeah, he's more suited for this.
Yeah.
What's his name? Wolverine. Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman is great in it too.
Michael Caine. All of them just, it is just a fantastic movie.
And so rewatchable. It's got a huge rewatchability factor. And I like, the ending is great because it's very ambiguous. He's Hugh Jackman's up, then Christian Bale's up. Then they're going ping-ponging back and forth. And the ending is ambiguous. And if they ever did anything with it, it would mess it up.
Yeah. I started reading the novel. I never finished it. It's pretty good, but I need to finish it. I'd like to know exactly I know it's a lot different, so I want to see what the differences are.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, The Prestige. I knew you would like that.
Yeah,
one.
That's a good
I had a feeling you might have it on your list too.
Yeah, that's definitely a match we both have. My next one I have on here is Disturbia.
Oh, with
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf? Okay.
Yeah. My brother-in-law actually had introduced it to me years ago. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, I'll try it out. But it was actually a fun movie, and I liked it, and I've gone back to it a lot because I don't know, like growing up in the 90s, early 2000s, this movie reminds me of growing up, like his room and like the way he responds to things. It kind of reminds me of a little bit when I was in school, and I like that aspect, but with the mystery of what if there was a killer next door, because these killers live next door to somebody, and the mystery of it. And then it's also a little bit of coming of age because he has a crush on the girl next door.
Is this before Transformers or after?
Ooh, it's right around that time. It might have been after the first one, but it was like right around that time, early 2000s. But it's a fun little ride. And like I said, the guy, I can't remember the guy's name that plays the killer. He's in a lot of stuff, but it's well done and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I have only seen it the one time. So I remember liking it.
Yeah.
But I don't even really remember. You said it was about possibly killers next door. I said I don't even remember. Oh, yeah. Yes, it's the guy from the Green Mile.
Yes,
the big guy. Yeah, yes. I forget his name.
Guy, yes.
Okay,
the blonde-headed guy.
That's
yes,
right.
And it's kind of got a lot in it because, like I said, it's kind of like a coming of age, but then it turns into a thriller.
Yeah,
where they're just trying to survive at the end. And Trinity plays his mom. And his room in his everyday life is relatable. So that had to be on the list.
Okay. Hang on a second. I'm getting a text message here.
You're good.
Okay. So that was your number 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my number 7, I just got the 4K disc 2 days ago.
Okay.
And I've been waiting for this because I only had a DVD copy. And I think it is one of Al Pacino's greatest performances, even though a lot of people don't recognize it as such. And that is The Devil's Advocate.
Ooh.
I can watch this anytime. I don't need to be in a certain mood. And it's mainly because of Al Pacino.
Yeah, he's good in it.
Because whenever you watch this movie, you don't see Al Pacino. Like, he's the devil.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, spoiler alert. I mean, if you don't know that Al Pacino's the devil in this movie, then I don't know where you've been.
Right.
But man, is he good. He really has you convinced the whole time that it's the devil at work. And how he uses the law.
Which is what you think the devil would do.
Right.
It makes sense the way he approaches everything.
He uses the law to infiltrate and to do what he's doing and try to finally get the Antichrist. And he's had so many children. Keanu is just one of, he's tried thousands of times or whatever, and he can't get it right. And he's really close.
But what's interesting about that is you don't know all that up front, and it's supernatural more towards the end. In the beginning, it feels very straightforward. Right. It doesn't feel supernatural in the beginning, and Keanu Reeves is like in and out of his faith. He's in over his head, and then it slowly reveals all the supernatural stuff, but it all fits together.
Yeah, because it's like, is it a horror movie? Is it not? I mean, it really isn't, but there's a couple of like freaky parts. I remember my wife watching it, and we are very devout Catholic. So my wife, she ain't watching that. That's the devil. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna watch it. So it's but it's just such a fun movie, and it's mainly because of Al Pacino. I mean, everything else is great. Charlize, her little descent into madness, she's slowly going crazy. All of it. It's just how the devil manipulates people, which is what he does. I don't know. It is a great movie that does not get enough credit.
Yeah, you're right. When it's brought up about Al Pacino, you hear about Godfather, Scarface.
Yeah.
You don't hear
all those things. You don't hear about The Devil's Advocate very often. And it's superb. I love it.
That one scene that creeped me out is I remember towards the beginning, that girl smiles and then her.
Oh, yeah. She's changing. She's putting on a blouse and she looks at her, smiles, and then just turns into a demon.
That was And that was part of the movie where it hadn't really it starts slowly showing.
That's the part that freaks out my wife.
Yeah,
She's like,
that part was freaky. Yeah, because you don't expect it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, good pick. You make me want to revisit some of these too.
Boom, boom. That's the point, baby.
My next one's going to be Commando. Is that on your list too?
No. That's awesome. Commando.
Yeah. So
one of my favorite Arnold movies, by the way.
And one of the few ones he didn't make a sequel to, you know?
I didn't even think about that there's not even a sequel or a remake of Commando.
I was like thinking about it, and it's a perfect setup. He's retired and his daughter gets kidnapped and he's brought back into the fold, right?
Right. He's blackmailed.
He has to go back into it, pull out his old tricks and eliminate his enemies one by one. Right. It's almost like a video game style. He beats one boss.
They're trying to blackmail him.
Right.
But it never even, I mean,
it doesn't come to,
he's like, no, I'm just going to kill everybody.
Yeah. And one by one. And it's perfect. You know, he gets his kid back at the end. And if they had ever added to it, it'd mess it up because like the mission's over. He got her back. What are you going to take her? That's what kind of messed up the Taken movies. You know, the first Taken movie was really good, but then after I was like, again,
should have just been one.
Yeah. And with Commando, it's better on its own. As much as I love franchises, that's one that is good on its own.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's a fun one. And you met the actor, the big bad.
Oh yeah, I've met Vernon Wells twice actually. He was at two different conventions that I went to, and they were about 7 years apart. And I showed him the picture. I was like, look, this was us 7 years ago. And he goes, oof. Because he aged quite a bit in those 7 years. You know, he changed a lot. But that was about 2 years before the fires, and he lost everything.
Oh, dang.
He was one of the celebrities that they interviewed, and he said he basically left his house. They had to evacuate with just the clothes on their back.
Wow.
He lost all of everything he's collected over his career, from his movies and whatnot, his awards that it's all gone.
Oh,
he lost it all in those fires.
Especially the stuff that's not replaceable.
But man, one of my favorite celebrity actors that I've met. I mean, the nicest guy. I love him. He's great.
And he's such a jerk on screen.
And he plays a bad guy almost every movie.
Mm-hmm. And really hams it up like yeah.
But he's awesome. He's great. I really like him.
Well, there you go. Good acting.
Cool. All right. So the next one, number 6 on my list, is my only comedy. And when I say it's smart, it's because not only is it hilarious, and I think it's one of the funniest movies ever made, but it's a courtroom drama as well. And it's very accurate.
Okay.
And that is My Cousin Vinny.
Okay, cool.
Joe Pesci is peak Joe Pesci, in my opinion. So yes, I love tough guy Joe Pesci. Okay. I love him as a gangster.
Sure.
I love him as the tough but dumb burglar in Home Alone.
Yeah.
But My Cousin Vinny it's one of the funniest movies ever made. Like I just said, I'm pretty sure was it Nick and I that did funniest movies ever made video a couple of years ago? I know it's on that list.
Okay.
Because anytime I think of what's one of the funniest movies ever, it's My Cousin Vinny.
It was early 90s, right?
Yes, like 92 or 93.
That's when he was doing a whole lot.
Oh, yeah. Marissa Tomei won Best Supporting Actress.
Okay, yeah.
For that role. It's the courtroom procedures and the terminology used is all accurate. The director was a lawyer. So it's a smart movie, yet hilarious. And it's not in a slapstick funny way.
I see why you included it now, because it's more the way the people act and the situation.
Yep.
It's not not slapstick, like just up there telling jokes or going off of a
fad. It's not toilet humor or anything like that. It's just they are like fish out of water. You have these people from, was it Jersey or New York?
I think it was Jersey.
And all of a sudden they're in Alabama. You killed a good old boy. There is no way this isn't going to trial, you know?
That's good. And it's the characters that are funny, like just the way they are. It's not
like my brother said. My brother's one of his favorite parts is he's going in to visit them in the jail, and the guard opens the door, lets him in, and Vinny pulls out $1 and gives him a tip, gives the prison guard a tip for letting him in. I mean, just little things like that.
Little character moments.
It's brilliant. It's such a well-written and directed and acted movie that it had to be included on here because
there you go.
It stands the test of time. No matter, it's just as funny now as it was when it came out
30 years
90s.
ago. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Well, good. That's another good pick. Okay, my next one is also, it's a little bit lesser known, kind of like how I felt about Sphere, maybe even less so. Frequency. Have you ever seen Frequency?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
It's Dennis Quaid, Jim Caviezel.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that one.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I saw it in the early 2000s. I think it was 99 or 2000. It was early on, and basically, this Jim Caviezel gets a hold. His son, kids are playing, and they get a hold of this old ham radio that he had when he was a kid, and he starts playing with it. But when he's playing with it, that's when the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis, is happening in the sky.
Okay,
and his dad died when he was a kid, but through the ham radio, he's able to commune with his dad.
Oh, I see. It's almost like a wormhole.
It's like a wormhole. Yeah. And it's sentimental. It's cool. And it's taking place like in the late 90s, but then, his dad is living in the 60s and they start talking and communicating, but then they accidentally start messing up time because he starts telling his dad stuff. And it's cool. It's like a cool little nugget if you've never seen it.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Do they know that it's father and son?
At first, the father doesn't believe him, but then he starts telling him stuff that only he would know.
Okay.
And then they start to exchange messages. And this happens early on. He tells his dad to avoid, because his dad's a firefighter, to avoid the situation that kills him. So then his dad doesn't die then. He dies later.
Okay.
And
so it messes stuff up.
Yeah, they start messing stuff up, kind of like Back to the Future 2.
Yeah, it's like Biff taking the DeLorean back. Yeah.
But then there's also a killer. So there's like a thriller element to it because there was this serial killer going around at that time. And since his dad survived that one situation, his mom was in a different place. And then his mom gets killed by the serial killer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So and there's more than that. But then it's cool, man. And when I discovered it when I was like 16, I was like, this is amazing. So it's a fun movie.
Huh.
Yeah.
I might actually have to watch it.
It's a fun little nugget.
I knew it had something to do with the radios and him communicating, but I have no recollection of it being his dad. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah, it was cool. It's a fun one.
Okay. Well, my number 5 is one of my favorite Alien movies, not Alien as in Sigourney Weaver Alien, but extraterrestrial movies.
Okay.
Filled with tension. You don't really see the aliens a whole lot. And it's more of, holy crap, what do we do?
Okay.
And that is Signs.
We have another match.
Such a brilliant movie and the term signs has multiple meanings.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the alien signs in the cornfields and whatnot. It's also signs from God.
Yep.
And just different little nuggets.
Everything happening for a
reason. It's a movie about faith or a man who lost his faith. I've even heard some people say, and I don't know if I quite agree with it, but kind of, it's almost like The Exorcist, a preacher who loses his faith type thing. So, maybe kind of a little bit, but either way, such a good movie.
It does have that. And I'm just thinking about it, like it's almost like his belief in aliens brings him back to his faith in God, because that happening proves that things happen for a reason, because his wife told him to swing the bat
away,
and then he tells him,
and the fact that the girl wouldn't drink the water,
and that's why there's waters all around the house,
and the water is what hurts the aliens, and so
it's kryptonite.
Because the boy had asthma, his lungs kind of seized up, so he didn't breathe in
the poison,
the toxin. So all of these things kind of bring him back around. So just a phenomenal movie. It's M. Night's best movie.
It's
hands
great.
down. There's no comparison. No other M. Night Shyamalan movie compares to this. This is his best.
And I obviously love the faith stuff. I love the sci-fi stuff, but it also has one of the best jump scares ever.
Oh,
that video footage. And I remember I saw this one in the theater.
It still creeps me out.
And I saw this one in the theater too with my dad. I think it was like 2001 or 2002. And when you see that video footage and the alien turns and looks, it's like, what is going on?
But you know, when I was I've told this story before, in the theater watching it, I was with my girlfriend, and I don't remember if producer Nick and his girlfriend was there at the same time, because we used to double date all the time. But I was definitely there with the girl I was dating at the time, and the entire theater screamed when Mel Gibson was in the cornfield and he sees the leg.
Oh, the leg, yeah.
Oh, look, I just got chill bumps thinking about it.
Yeah.
It freaked everybody out.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the few movies, that and The Conjuring are the only two movies that I've been in where people screamed in the theater.
Yeah.
And that part is just because I know I would have had a mess in my pants if I would have been.
If you were in his position, absolutely.
First of all, I will say, okay, I was in the military and I was a police officer. I ain't going in a cornfield, okay, by myself
at night
like that. Whenever there's suspicious things, it's not happening. Okay, so I wouldn't have been in that situation to see a green leg. Okay, but yeah, it's a great movie. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
And another case of less is more, because had you been inundated with all this stuff, the leg and the turning wouldn't have been as effective.
Yeah, you just see the leg, you see the video from the party.
The video was a good one.
And you see the hand
through the pantry, yeah.
And that's all you see until the very end. And then you mostly see a reflection in the TV. And
that
stuff,
was effective,
you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, just fantastic movie. I love it.
Yeah, great one. Let's see what I have next.
On to your number 4.
Oh, that was Signs was my next one.
What's your number 4?
Yes,
okay.
Signs was my next one. Go ahead.
Well, my number 4 is it's another courtroom movie.
Okay.
Coincidentally, I didn't do it on purpose, but this is probably, it's one. If I put in the greatest movies of all, I think it is in my list that I did with Donovan.
Okay.
But I'm struggling for words to describe how good it is, and I think most people know. But A Few Good Men.
Ooh.
The performances, obviously, Jack Nicholson.
That's what. Yeah.
Tom Cruise, Kevin Bacon. He isn't given enough credit for his role in this movie. Demi Moore,
yeah.
Even though I don't really think she's a great actress per se, I think she's one of those. She's good. She was really great in The Substance, but for the type of character she was playing in this, she was perfect.
Yeah.
She wants to be much better than she really is, but she just has the drive. Kevin Pollock as the kind of, I don't know, we should do that.
Okay.
The skeptic or whatever. Just everything about it is great.
That's a good one.
I can watch it anytime. I do not have to be in a mood. I don't have to say, if somebody puts it on, if I'm visiting somebody's house and they're flipping through the channels and they put on A Few Good Men, I'm going to watch the whole damn thing.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in years. I want to go revisit it now. You're giving me some more homework.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner, I mean, his what do you call it? His library is just, the man was great. I'm completely not on board with his politics, but as far as his talent and what he did for a living, I mean, the dude was just one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
There's just no doubt. I mean, I have Princess Bride as an honorable mention, and then now I have A Few Good Men. I mean, we could have thrown Misery in there. It's just, he's so good, but this is some of his best stuff.
Well, and I feel like I'd say like that would probably be on a lot of people's lists of like some of the best 90s movies. I hear that one come up. So that's an admirable choice.
Of course it is. It's mine.
All right. My next one is The Prestige.
Okay.
And we already covered that one. Do you want to go for your third one?
Okay. Number 3. Didn't do this on purpose, but I mean, the man is good. And I did mention it earlier.
Okay.
It's probably the best cops and robbers movie ever made,
Okay.
and that is Heat
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Val
Val
Kilmer, Danny Trejo, not Michael Madsen, the other one. Man, I can't think of his name, but such a good crime drama type movie. Michael Mann is a great director, of course. I also thought about, this probably should be an honorable mention. Collateral was kind of on my short list. Another Michael Mann movie, great performances. But yeah, this is my favorite cops and robbers movie.
It's a layered movie. There's so much to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you spend a lot of time, and Al Pacino is a good guy in it. Like that's different. And you spend so much time with Pacino, but also De Niro on their own, in their own element. You know, like when you kind of see Robert De Niro's kind of day to day when he goes to that bar and stuff, like you get a chance to really see these characters breathe. Yep.
There's love story in it.
Because
you got Val Kilmer and his wife having their issues.
That's right. They're in.
De Niro is falling for the actress that plays Judging Amy. I can't remember her name.
Yeah,
but he's falling for her. So you have love stories. Oh, you have Al Pacino and his wife having their issues with Natalie Portman as a stepdaughter. So, and then all the while, you got the bad guys being chased by the good guys. And outsmarting each other. And look, it was a huge deal for me because, well, it was a huge deal for everybody, but I was at the ripe old age of like 15 or 16 when this came out. And it's like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro on screen together for the first time ever.
That was,
So it was such a big deal to get those two guys on screen talking to each other on opposite sides, you know, because they both usually play like
they're both a lot of times
the gangsters, the mafia type people. So such a groundbreaking movie. You have the shootout, which everybody knows. You just call it, you know, the shootout. It's one of the best shootouts in cinema history. Yeah,
I have the Blu-ray too. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And just mentioning Christopher Nolan again, that was one of his big inspirations for The Dark Knight. Like the crime element in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. He labels that as like one of his inspirations with how
if you think about it, the opening, it's very kind of similar to the heist in Heat at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. With the Joker. Yeah. So no, that's a great pick. And especially for the time, you know, because if it, you know,
but it still holds up, man. When you watch it now, it's just,
okay. So I'm glad you brought that movie up now because they are making a sequel, but it hasn't happened yet.
And I knew that when I was making my list. I'm
this is your last time. Yeah.
But it's got to be on the list because there is no sequel yet.
Yeah.
And I think, who did they tap to do it?
I don't know, but it has a humongous cast.
Man.
Kylo Ren is in it.
Is it, what's his name that just did The Running Man? Is it him?
Maybe it's him. But it's got, I remember seeing the cast list and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like 15 people, like a lot, like big names.
I wonder if it's going to be like characters that are related to this one, or if it's just going to be
Heat and Name Alone,
just the same type of story.
I bet you and I'm just speculating, they probably do a little bit of both, where there's like one or two characters tied to previous
you could
ones.
go with Val Kilmer's son, because remember he had his son's name was Dominic, right?
Oh yeah. No,
was it Dominic? No, I'm thinking of Kindergarten Cop.
You're thinking of Kindergarten Cop, yeah. Which that one they made a sequel to 2 years later.
Yeah, with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
And it's probably terrible. Probably terrible. So your number 2.
My number 2, Goodfellas.
Oh, okay.
That's probably one
that didn't even cross my mind.
Oh, well, it's one of those ones I discovered it when I was like 18, and it's one of those ones I go back to at least once a year. Such like when I think of like a real movie, I think of that one. Mm-hmm. Like how they glamorize the mob life at the beginning, like how he's able to go into the restaurant and the table's ready for him and they're serving him. And you could see how the girlfriend is like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And they're doing great for a while. Then it shows you the dirty side when they get involved in the drugs and the crime.
Well, and it's a true story.
Yeah. And, you know, they never did another part of it, but it really did encapsulate the good and the bad of the mob life,
Mhm.
and it's so rewatchable. And Pesci's in there too, and poor guy. I mean, he thinks he's gonna be a made man. He's like, I made it, mom. He's gonna,
Right.
and then they just and then they start cannibalizing each other. They start killing each other all over the place. But it's such a fun one to watch.
And I think that's why I don't rewatch it a lot, is because the second half of the movie, when things start to unravel, it's not as much fun to me.
I know it splits.
I really love the beginning whenever they're like kind of rising. I mean, the first line of the movie is what? Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Yeah.
So such a good opening line, but it's very similar to Casino.
Yes.
And that's actually a true story as well. Well, based on a true story. I'm gonna say,
and they're both Scorsese too.
Both Scorsese. But it's kind of the same thing. It shows their rise when they're at their peak, and then when everything, like Joe Pesci says, and in the end, we effed it all up.
Yeah.
So it's but yeah, good choice.
That's they're good. And I like both of those, but I prefer Goodfellas more. I just the De Niro with Liotta and Pesci, it's like, you know, you want to hang out with them, even though you may not make it through the night.
Like the scene where what do you mean I'm funny?
Yeah,
you know,
funny how?
Of course, that whole scene where at first you're like, oh crap, because you believe that Joe Pesci's being serious, and even Ray Liotta is like, Henry Hill's his name.
Henry Hill,
like, well, I just mean you're you're a funny guy. What does that mean? Do I amuse you? You know, that type. So good.
Great scene, and so memeable for a reason. You know, like when Ray Liotta's laughing and all that.
Oh yeah. Where he's like,
yeah. I've used that meme so many times, but man, if you just want to escape for a couple hours and watch someone's life story, watch that one.
Yeah.
Even though I know Hollywood, like they say, Henry Hill wasn't as appealing as he comes off in the movie, or as good looking and things like that. But I mean, it's a fun ride regardless.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. So my number 2 is a true story as well.
Okay.
I think this is a near perfect movie. It's high on my list. Great performances. One of the greatest directors of all time. In this theater, it sounds fantastic, which I forgot to mention that the Prestige sounds amazing in here, by the way. But Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
I love this movie. It makes me proud to be an American. You know, as you're watching it, you're like, yeah, you know.
I saw that in the theater too.
I did too as well. I saw it at the Westwood Theater, which used to be, it was just one screen, and it was an oversized screen.
Oh, okay.
Lafayette, but it doesn't exist anymore. But I saw it there. Ron Howard, of course, is who I'm speaking of as far as one of the greatest directors. Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, Gary Sinise, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, all-star cast.
All-star cast. Great performances. Even as I've probably seen the movie, if I got to throw a number, I'm going to say 30 times. Okay, I've seen it that many times, and every time I watch it, I'm like this, like as if I don't know they're going to make it back.
Right.
Okay? So good, and what they were able to do to get those guys back is nothing short of a miracle. I mean, what they did is just one of the greatest accomplishments, even though it was, I think he even describes it as it's one of the most successful failed missions of all time, or something like that.
That's a good way to describe it.
They didn't complete their mission. They completely failed, but it was absolutely successful because they got these guys home when they probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
You know, so such a great movie. And if you haven't seen it because you're young and this movie came out in 93, go watch this movie. It's a piece of American history, and it's just a fantastic watch.
And it has good pacing too, because you know when they're just kind of floating around trying to figure it out, Sinise is back on Earth, like going through modules, trying to figure it out as if he was up there, like, you know what I mean? That it keeps it from being slow in some of the slower.
But think about it. Had he not, they thought he was going to get the measles, and had he been on the spacecraft, they probably wouldn't have been able to, because he was the reason why they were able to get the guys back.
Because he's figuring it out on Earth.
Because he's figuring out on Earth. Yeah. If he'd have been up there, he wouldn't have been able to figure it out. So they may not have gotten home.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So it's just everything had to happen the way it did for these guys to get back, and it's just a fascinating story to watch.
You make me want to rewatch it because I haven't seen it in a while, and it's a great 90s.
And the DTSX mix.
Yeah, do you have it on 4K?
Yes.
Okay.
And but the audio mix is just phenomenal.
Nice.
You feel like you're in that damn spacecraft the whole time you're watching the movie.
Wow.
It's great.
Nice.
And another Ron Howard movie that I was going to put on the list, but then I found out they made a sequel to it, or it was considered to be on the list, was Backdraft. Excellent movie.
You showed me that one on
here.
Yeah,
I think I did. And it sounded like it's
like
awesome.
They just filmed it.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I guess Ron Howard is very much a stickler to how his movies sound, because that's 2 DTSX mixes that are just fantastic.
Nice. Very good. My last one is involving space as well. This one is fictional, but I'm going Interstellar.
Did we just talk about that?
Well, we talked about Prestige, and we mentioned Interstellar. We mentioned it. So Interstellar. Great cast. McConaughey, Damon, Anne Hathaway's in it. Alfred, what's his name? Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
And the guy from Dune when he was younger. The main guy from Dune.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet. He's in it, but he's a lot younger.
Oh yeah, he plays his son, right?
Yeah. And the redheaded lady, Jessica Chastain, I think. She plays the daughter as she's older. This one is another one that I go back. I kind of discovered it on video. I didn't see it at the theater, but there's so much to it. They really play. Christopher Nolan really plays on this mystery aspect to it all, because it's like a sect of NASA working on eventually trying to get astronauts off the Earth to eventually like colonize another land in the event that the Earth doesn't make it. Okay. So that's kind of the premise, but they're working under the radar, and McConaughey gets involved because they start to notice these tremors in the ground, and like there's a scientific aspect to it. But regardless, they eventually get involved. He has to leave his family to go on this desperate mission, and they play with, the whole thing. Like, okay, you can go to this planet and scout this one out, but the way time works, when you get back, for you, it's going to be
so much time has passed.
Yeah, it's going to be a few hours for you, but it's going to be 10 years for the crew. They play with that a lot. So like you have characters aging while other ones just went on a mission. And then it's whole movie, he's trying to get back to his daughter while saving the planet. And I don't want to give away what happens, but it's a fun science fiction movie. And it plays a lot. Like they think this one planet is very mountainous because they have like the sonar readings, but then when they get to the planet, it's a big tidal wave. But it looked like it was mountainous on the radar, but so they basically lost years for going down there for no reason. And the guy, so it's really interesting. It's very did you ever see The Martian?
Yes, I've seen The Martian.
It kind of has like that realistic feel like that did, but like a little bit more sci-fi, and it's a fun movie. I try to watch it at least once a year.
I've seen the memes of like Matthew McConaughey crying on and stuff.
Yeah. But no, it's a good one. I don't want to give too much away, but it's a good one.
because I want to watch it.
Yeah.
And speaking of The Martian, they're doing Project Hail Mary, which is the same guy that wrote The Martian.
Yeah, that's with what's his name?
That's the Running Man, right?
No, Ryan Gosling is this.
Oh,
one.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah,
that's
Running Man is the Top Gun guy. Glenn Powell.
Yeah, Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number one, and this is and I put it number one because I think it's one of the greatest movies not in a franchise of all time. And if you disagree with me, well, then I don't know what else to tell you.
All right, I'm excited.
But that is the 1986 gem Maximum Overdrive.
I'm familiar with it.
And that's a joke. No, it is. It doesn't have sequels or prequels or remakes or whatever. So it's in one of my honorable mentions, but I thought it would be funny to say that it's one of my greatest because it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's terrible. but it's great at the same time. Like I just released a couple of shorts from our.
I saw that.
our
Yeah.
We made you. So yeah, no, actually my number one was Pulp Fiction.
Oh, okay.
Pulp Fiction was a groundbreaking movie.
Mhm.
It kind of changed cinema, to be honest with you. I know movies had been done in that vein before where it was at different times, but I think Quentin Tarantino, I mean, I know he did it with Reservoir Dogs, but he really perfected it with this movie where, you know, the timeline is, or the movie's not told in sequential order or whatever.
Yes.
But it's a masterpiece. It is widely considered one of the greatest movies ever made, and there's no doubt about that. So yeah, I had to just put it at number one because it's just one of the best. It's one of the greatest.
And it's rewatchable too, because like you said, the movie's not in order. And I love how in that movie, you know, you have like the hitman going on a mission, but they're talking about like what's a pilot, or
right.
You know, like I love Tarantino's way that he can like the important things happening over here,
but they're talking about foot massages.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Have you ever given a guy a foot massage?
Or even in Dusk Till Dawn, he does that. They're arguing if he's crazy or not while the freaking gas station's blowing up. You know, good man. We had more crossovers there than we've ever had. So we both had Pulp Fiction. We both had Signs. We both had Prestige.
Yep.
And then we both had space movies. So,
but yeah, nice. Pulp Fiction is just it's no doubt it's one of his best works. I mean, of course, his dialogue is what makes his movies. There's no doubt.
Sure.
Even if it's not necessarily realistic sometimes. I think that Quentin has a hard time with women's dialogue. Because if you watch Death Proof, I think the biggest problem with that is that doesn't feel like natural. For the women dialogue doesn't feel natural. Because now, look, I'm not saying women don't speak that way, but I think most women don't speak to each other that way. They don't converse in that manner.
Yeah,
and it just didn't feel natural. So
that's one Rosario Dawson, and then Kurt Russell is the bad guy.
Yes, Kurt Russell. Yes.
Yeah,
Rosario
that was
Dawson.
an interesting one. That was one of his Grindhouse.
I love the movie, but it just gets kind of hard to watch sometimes because some of the dialogue with the girls just doesn't seem natural. It seems a little. It seems more like conversation men would have, and boys would have than girls. But anyway, normal crime dialogue though it seems to be his strong suit. It's just fun to watch. So yeah, Pulp Fiction, it was a game changer. It kind of changed cinema, and so it had to be number one.
Yeah, all-star cast. If you're any kind of cinephile, that's one that should be on your list. Like no brainer.
So, well, if you want to put in the comments how great my list was and how Dominic's was okay, feel free to let us know which ones you agree with for Dominic and not. And did I say Donovan earlier? I think I said Donovan. I meant Dominic.
There you go.
Y'all need different names because it's too close. It's a tongue twister when I try to say y'all's names. But yeah, please give us your list. Let us know what you think we missed. Now, look, there's plenty more movies. I mean, we could have spit out Deliverance and just all these other movies. But to try to make it a list of 10 was difficult. And we had to go with what we enjoy watching and can watch anytime, basically.
And without strings attached as far as sequels and remakes and all that. As much as I like some movies like that, it was a good exercise to kind of make myself find ones that were more obscure than that.
So cool deal. All right. Well, thanks for joining.
Always a pleasure.
And like, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll catch you on the next one.